When the Trolls Strike, ... Yes, it gets even worse for the author who was complaining about getting a 3-star review, which was a very good review, actually. He said the book was good. Went viral and got profusely mocked across the internet. Now is out there crying even harder because, of course, she got the attention she wanted with it, and people just went and laughed at her and made some 1-star reviews. That was bound to happen. Welcome to the internet. And like I said earlier, don't use Twitter as therapy. That is the number one rule when you're an author. It's ridiculous to do so. She's gone way unhinged and way off the rails and is getting even more savage because of her new take and something else she did, which we'll get into in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us as we talk about all things in the culture here and, of course, talk about what's going on with this whole situation. Now, this woman went crazy over the weekend. She said, major downer moment. First verified purchase review. It's 3 stars. What a great start. Now tainted on every Amazon platform. And this went viral because it's just ridiculous because overall the story is good. Normally, I don't leave reviews. Seeing as nobody else has left anything, I figured I could add my 2 cents. And the good, here's all the good. It was very constructive criticism. Really nice review. You don't usually get reviews this well detailed and smart. That's something you don't see very often. And so she just got absolutely savage, went mega viral, and it just went really, really sad. So I'm attempting to go viral right now on X. And if you want to go viral help me go viral, you can find this post. Here we are. Let me see if I can go viral like that one author. Justified only has a 4.3 out of 5 stars after 205 ratings. I'm literally crying right now. So make sure to go retweet this and make sure that you can help me go viral. Because if you can go that viral off of just complaining about reviews, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. But I would love for you to check out Justified Saga, the Nano Templar, all the same. Like I said, 4.3 stars, 205. Good book. Everybody loves it who reads it. I love it. And that's all reviews are. It's social proof that people read it. It's really about the number of reviews more than anything else. This is the most important thing you can get as an author. You don't even really care about much else because what it does psychologically, and this is why it's so important, is when you're running Amazon ads or Facebook ads, which if you're a professional author, you typically do, when people see that many people have read it, they go, okay, this isn't just some one-off random thing. So that's why I always tell everybody it's very, very important to leave reviews. Please do. I've got a bunch of books that still need them. My latest, The Demon's Eye and The Immortal Edge. If you've read those, please grab those as well. And yeah, I'm an author who has 20 plus books out and actually 13 graphic novels as well. I'm very prolific. It's a great place. If you like science fiction and fantasy, this is a spot to be. So pick this up. I'll put that in the description. I've got other web links to there too. And I've also got my newsletter, very, very important because this is where I've got my new releases. And the thing about these algorithms, you never know if I'm going to find you again. Get on here, guys, and just stay up to date on my cool science fiction stuff. Thanks so much. You get 3 free books for doing so. Best deal in all of science fiction. Thank you for being here. So that's how you do things. You want to market positive. I always tell authors because a lot of new aspiring authors are so negative about themselves, so down on everything. And honestly, it's a flooded book market now. And you put a book out there, you don't have a following, you're not going to get a lot of reviews, you're not going to get a lot of sales. That's just how it goes. And this woman out there was posting, when she had 0 sales, she posted a screenshot showing she had 0 sales. I mean, she's got a serial complainer attitude. Even though she's got 35,000 people on her X, she's just unable to use that because she's negative about herself. And if you're negative about yourself, people don't tend to have confidence in it. You got to have confidence in yourself first, at least project that online, and don't use Twitter as therapy, right? And so she did. She did. We showed the comment there, and now she's using her blog as therapy and going out there all the way again on this stuff. But you see how to market things. If you're a writer or whatever, you see how I was very positive about my books. I was joking, obviously, about I'm literally crying about a 4.3 star. That's very good on Amazon. So it's pretty exciting stuff that I have that, and I appreciate you guys for liking the books and the like. And that kind of confidence projecting that lets you know that I'm a professional writer and I'm not going to just be thin-skinned about things or take criticism the wrong way or the like. And on top of that, I love getting emails from my fans and things like that when they're interested in something, when they say, I'd like a little more of this. I listen because you know what? You want to appeal to your readers and the people that matter the most. Those are the ones that matter. So when somebody leaves a very detailed, like the good, the bad, like this did, where it's very constructive, you try to take that into heart and actually pay attention to it and do things that people want. I've taken that to heart before. Somebody said, "Hey, I'd love you." The first book for Steam and Country didn't develop the character James as much as I would have liked. I'd like to see that, and I got a few messages like that. And so I wrote a full book for James just so I could develop him, just because I reacted to that. And that's the way to handle it. You actually try to make your customers happy. That's the point. You don't cry about it. But this is what this lady's doing. I wanted a bit of publicity. I got it. I got countless messages spouting hate, making slanderous comments about me and my books. I got review bombed, mostly on Goodreads, but a few on Amazon too. My crime? Being upset with a review that wasn't what I'd hoped for, and saying so publicly. That's where it started, at least. So she's such a victim here. Now, yes, the internet found this, and the internet's going to do what the internet does, because you're being a crybaby online. You're putting out a product to the world, and you're just whining. Now, you went viral off of that whining, and that's too bad that you went viral off that whining. But in a normal world, you just not have any more reviews, and you just have this 3-star review that you cried about, and nobody bought it. I bet you actually got a lot of sales out of this, quote, controversy, because a lot of people paid attention to it. So you should be thanking them. Quite the opposite of what's going on there right now. So somebody said, don't come to Twitter crying about a 3-star review. Be glad you got a review. Glad they were constructive. Stop being such an egotistical idiot. Good advice. So posts like this don't bother me too much. I could shrug it off. Okay. There's no genocide in Palestine. That's pretty funny stuff right there. But I guess she's complaining about Palestine and the like because she's probably a lefty activist, like they usually are when they're complaining about stuff. And then here's the funny part thing. I was also picked up for reviewing my own book on Goodreads. So she went out there to add a review to herself for her book on Goodreads to make it look like, of course, it had more and better reviews than it did otherwise. And so she did this in response because she was getting her reviews, it looks like, and that's a deal. And it made people laugh at her because it's like, okay, you're reviewing your own book to have a false sense of positivity on there, and then you're complaining about other people's real reviews about it. This is getting ridiculous. She admits it. She doesn't want to explain this away. She will say she was desperate for reviews, so she added one of her own. It was stupid. I shouldn't have done it since I've deleted it. The crime of the century? I think not. So she's out there, like, every time she looks at this and is like, she's a huge victim over something stupid she did on the internet, is what it comes down to. And again, it just makes you look unprofessional. This is the type of thing that, like, again, you're being unprofessional about this stuff. And, unfortunately, I already got a couple responses on this because people thought I was serious about having a 4.5. This is the problem with the internet is nobody quite understands all the jokes. Nobody understands I have to, explain the meme a lot of the time. So maybe this was an unprofessional bad thing to do too. But at least I'm trying to be funny, I guess. Maybe you find me funny, maybe you don't. That's on you, or I don't care. I'm just going to do what I do anyway, and that's how it goes. But she's also on X complaining again, and this is where she posted her blog. Yes, I know I should sit in a dark room and wait for the storm to die down, but can't. Call me weak. Okay, you're weak. Call me stupid. Okay, you're stupid. Call me what you like, just kind of unprofessional and using Twitter as therapy. But I've had that many insults in the last couple of days. They're starting to lose their bite. Anyway, I wanted to write a blog post about what happens when the mob strikes. Here it is. And then she goes, I'm being review bombed to death right now. Can things really get worse? Talk about first world problems. And this is what I said, stop using Twitter as therapy, because that's the entire message that needs to be done here. Every time this happens, it always gets worse. There's no good that comes out of this. And she's only doing this, if you think about it, if you look at it, she's got 37,000 followers, and a lot of her posts and the like don't really get a ton of engagement for that. Now, I usually get around 1,000 views at about less than half of this. So when you go back to her older posts before she had controversy involved in her stuff, she's still getting 1,000 with double the sort of deals. So she's just doesn't get a lot of traction on a lot of her posts, except for when she, of course, starts some controversy or something like that. And so now that she's got it, she's just doing it again because, of course, it seems like it goes out. I don't know if she's just that smart that she's really just getting as much traction as possible off this. It doesn't seem like it because this is quite the long-winded rant on this mob and crying about this over and over and over again, seeing these little reviews and the like, saying how, quote, bad it is. But again, if you look at this, minor issues, grammar mistakes, got dangerous, close to purple prose over describing things. That's pretty normal for a first book, and nearing melodramatic. And so this person clearly has a scale where 3 is like the average book, and so people have different scales, but that's the problem with the rating system in general, right, is that people have different scales, so it doesn't mean anything. But this guy seems to clearly think, or gal, whatever, that 3 is an okay book, pretty good, not great. You could use some improvement, and that's that. Now, when I am there, I usually do 4 stars, especially on independent authors, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and make them look better. That's kind of what I try to do on things. And 5 stars is something where I'm just like, wow, this is great. And 3 is when I'm a little less than impressed with things. And then 2 and 1 I reserve for just like crazy, terrible things, like when they're just awful. and so that is my rating scale. But again, everybody's kind of different. I know a lot of people who just give 5 stars anyway and just write what they want to write. And I know, people that just give 3 and 4 stars no matter what and just write what they want to write as well. It doesn't mean anything. And that's why complaining about it is utterly ridiculous at the end of the day. Like I said, it's all just about social proof. And the thing is, now you're social proof and your entire brand, lady, is just about complaining about reviews and complaining about the internet. Oh, well. So, I don't know, epic science fantasy adventure. Should I click on the book and take a look at it? Let's take a look right here. So she's got this out right now. Oh, she's got a couple coming. She wrote a whole trilogy right here. And, she's got some low reviews because of all that's happened. Probably. It's probably not even reviews, probably just ratings for the most part. Did not finish, May 10th. That's a couple days ago. Great weekend by the lake, uninspired. Okay, good, needs a lot of work. And that seems to be where things are. Is she selling? Yeah, it's actually doing pretty decent in the Kindle store for an author who doesn't really have a following. So she is selling basically off of this controversy because people are clicking on this link right here. And that's that. I don't know. Maybe, should I read it and review it, my friends? Would you be interested in that? Leave a comment down below. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'd give it an honest review. I'm not going to just knock on her just because of what she's saying online, but she is getting what she's due online, and don't act like this is authors is really what it comes down to. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, please help me go viral with this very, very sad news that it's only got a 4.3 stars. Join my newsletter, and if you haven't read it so you can review it, Get Justified online right now. Really appreciate you guys for reading this trilogy and making this a bestseller. It's awesome stuff. We'll be back soon.